So this show takes place in like 2020 or something. So
Oh, they're in for it.
they're in for you.
Uh-oh. Hello, welcome to Guides the Unknown. I'm Kristen.
And I'm her little brother, William.
And this week we are here to talk about Dexter Resurrection, which is the Dexter reboot on Paramount Plus with Showtime plan or something like that.
Is it really? It's not on like Showtime or something normal?
No.
It's not there?
You have to get Paramount Plus and add Showtime to it.
Wow. All right. Well, hopefully everyone did, because I have been pretty critical of Dexter.
Oh, yeah.
Personal history wise,
Sure.
I like Dexter seasons 1, 2, 4, and then I bounced somewhere after 5. Just stopped watching as everyone complained about how Dexter was getting worse and worse and worse.
Right.
I did not watch their attempt to reboot the series a few
I
years
watched
back.
the first episode of it.
Yeah, now we've got all these subtitles. They had Dexter New Blood.
Yep.
Then they did a prequel, Dexter Original Sin, which takes place 10 years before the original show. That's now been canceled.
Yep.
And as they were doing Original Sin, which are like, oh, well, that's the Dexter fix. You do the prequel series. It feels like they were an episode into that, and they were like, and we're going to do a sequel series.
Well, no, they announced them.
Simultaneously?
Yeah.
It was just overkill.
Yeah,
It just seemed like, okay, all right, well, we all learned that Dexter is something that people want to see. Okay. I had sort of rolled my eyes. And then Dexter Resurrection is here now, and I, every single week, was so excited for the next episode.
I know. It was so good.
It was so good.
My attention wrapped.
Yes. I, in terms of, how Guide to the Unknown discusses things, I recommend Dexter Resurrection Season 1 handily.
So do I.
Thought it was a damn good time.
Totally. We weren't planning on, we didn't watch this to cover it on the show or anything. We were just watching it because we both wanted to watch it. And then we were both like, oh my God, this is really good. We should talk about this on the show.
Yeah, we just haven't discussed it with each other at all.
We have a little bit, but
a tiny bit.
Yeah.
But like
I think when we were like, we should talk about it on the show, we kind of like shut down talking about it.
Well, I also just prefer not to speak to you.
Yeah,
unless there's a public record.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Yes, keeps things clean.
Worth pointing out, the last time that we talked about Dexter was we've only ever talked about seasons 1 and season 4, because I think for both of us those are like the really good ones.
Yeah, my quick history with Dexter, even though we've said this on previous episodes, is I watched all of it, but it mostly sucks. I'm shocked that I kept watching it.
Yeah, so am I.
I usually bounce from things.
I know you and I were like playing opposites just with Dexter.
Yeah.
You kept with it. Even though it was getting worse and
Bizarre.
I bounced. It's the opposite day thing.
Yeah.
If people are interested, we talked about season 4 in episode 399. But also, if you go to scaryfun.fun, we now have a little topics thing at the top of the page, and there's a whole Dexter page. Scaryfun.fun/Dexter if you want to hear all those conversations.
Yeah.
So we both recommend Dexter Resurrection, which is shocking. And
so pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Because also I was like pumped for Original Sin, the prequel show, because I thought that the trailer looked really good. I watched one episode of that and I was like, bleh.
Yeah.
And didn't keep going. I thought the trailer for this also looked awesome. So I was optimistic for it, but ready for it to also be an unpleasant surprise or something. But so good.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. I've enjoyed Dexter Resurrection so much that I have been watching Dexter Original Sin. And I think I do want to now go back and watch the one they did a few years ago, Dexter New Blood.
Yeah.
I think I'm back on the Dexter bus. I think I'm going to make up for lost time and watch everything.
So you liked Original Sin, or you're liking Original Sin?
I'm liking it fine.
Okay.
It is, it's very strange to me, especially now having Dexter Resurrection.
Yeah.
I'm waffling. It makes a certain amount of sense to do a prequel series about Dexter, because when we first met Dexter in season 1 of the original show, he already had been a killer for at least a decade. So, okay. The show's gone now, and Dexter has had 2 different finales that people didn't like, where he seemingly may have died, or did he survive, or whatever, yada yada yada. So sure, make the prequel show, but watching it, it is like a flashback, because it's like they're using the same sets from the original show, and it's that same, like, everything is Miami, so it's very like sunny and beachy and The score is just that, like, you know, those Cuban beats.
Yeah.
It just feels very, it's so strange. It's like listening to a cover song or something. It's like you got all these people who are playing these roles pretty well. But it's like, well, that's not Michael C. Hall. That's other man who's doing pretty good.
Totally. I know they reshot his first kill. So it's like very... you're right, it is like a cover song or whatever, because they showed Michael C. Hall playing himself as a teenager with that insane wig, doing that first kill already. So you're just like watching that happen again.
Yes.
And I remember in our first Dexter episode, you were like, well, they're gonna have to do that again in Original Sin. And I was like, how could they? That's so crazy. But they did.
Yeah, they sort of had no choice because you're doing the origin. You can't skip his first kill.
Yes.
Yeah.
How nutty. I guess this doesn't really count as a spoiler. This wasn't my big beef with Original Sin that made me stop watching it, but I was like, what? Did you find it weird that within Dexter's own flashback, because the setup for Original Sin is that they're revealing in that Dexter has survived from the previous Dexter reboot with grown-up Dexter Michael C. Hall,
so
Dexter
confusing.
New Blood.
Yeah, he gets shot. He gets shot and presumed dead in the most recent reboot. But in order...
And then in Original Sin, which is the prequel, it starts with Michael C. Hall, old Dexter, being wheeled into a hospital, and he's like, well, I guess I didn't die. He doesn't say that, but whatever. You're like, oh, okay, I see that he's living. And then they set up, he's like, oh, my life is flashing before my eyes. And then that's how you go back.
Oh my God, I didn't remember that.
And that's how Original Sin starts. And then that's also that's how they set up that he's the voiceover for Original Sin. Because he's thinking about his life or whatever.
Because it's the young Sheldon of the Dexterverse. Grown up, as you say, old man, Michael C. Hall.
I just said old.
is doing the
by the way, he's not old.
It's like Daniel Stern on the Wonder Years.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
He's doing the internal monologues for Patrick Gibson, I want to say his name is.
It is. Okay, I was bothered. This was not where I was like, okay, no, I'm out of here, like brushing the dust off my hands. I was bothered by the fact that this show is a flashback of Dexter's, and yet Harry within the show is having his own flashbacks.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that was confusing. I think that was even within that same first episode.
It isn't, because that's the only episode I watched.
How can Dexter have his life flashing before his eyes, which would have obviously include his dad being in his life, but then his dad has flashbacks within Dexter's.
It's like, oh boy.
Yeah, it's... You're totally right. It's like, it's a Matryoshka doll of nonsense.
That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make a lick of sense.
I don't remember really what I just wasn't feeling it for whatever reason. I don't really remember like what my deal was, but I was like,
well, the good news for you is that it's been canceled, so you don't have to worry about that anymore.
A lot of other people enjoyed it. No,
All these people are out of work now?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not happy.
You know they were given a green light for season 2.
Yes, I do.
And then Paramount just yoinked it back.
I think that's terrible.
They pulled an Uno reverse on all these people.
I think that's horrible.
I think it's horrible. I think that's awful.
Yeah.
Having said that, I don't think both these shows they don't need to exist. I think that once they announced Original Sin, are you sure they were announced simultaneously? Because I feel like Original Sin was announced, and then like a few months later, they were like, also, we're going to do another one. And it was like, oh no, well, that seems like Dexter overkill. And it turned out to perhaps be the case that somebody higher up was like, maybe we don't need 2 Dexter shows.
I don't know about literally simultaneously. Like, I don't know if they came out at Comic-Con and they were like, meet your 2 Dexters. But I think that it was like, yeah, there's going to be Original Sin and there's also this reboot. And it was like pretty close together. Because I think that's part of why they even have it be that Michael C. Hall is alive in the beginning. Because it's showing that we're going to be bringing him back. Which
is to say that Original Sin was always hampered by their ambitions to do this now sequel.
I kind of think, and I have no idea. I think that people did like Original Sin, but it wasn't like huge. I mean, again, huge is also very relative. It's kind of niche. This isn't like the biggest show in the world, Dexter Resurrection, but there is a big fan reaction to this show and critical reaction. It is a hit.
Yes.
Original Sin, I think, did okay or whatever. Okay. What my guess is, not knowing, is that I think that Dexter Resurrection did so well, and it is extremely tonally different from Original Sin from the one episode I watched, to be fair. But so I could be wrong. I think that they saw wow, Resurrection did really, really well. People are loving this, critics and audiences. Original Sin did okay. Like, we should kind of pivot. Like, we should really be putting more resources into shows, Dexter shows like Resurrection, tone-wise, and kind of like meh on Original Sin. Because also, they also announced, I don't know time-wise, but there is a Trinity Killer prequel that's happening.
Is it still?
Yeah, as far as I mean, I haven't heard that it's not. I don't know.
You haven't checked with your contacts at Paramount?
Big Dexter. But I think that they probably want to invest in things with this kind of tone and de-emphasize a goofier tone.
Yes, because original Dexter, Miami Dexter, and original Sin Dexter is like so bouncy and goofy and campy. It's like, in video game speak, it's like how there were like the original Marios. Like 2D side-scrolling Marios, and then they started making 3D Marios.
Right.
So they stopped making the 2D ones.
I think that's
like
a great analogy.
We're past that. We're done with that.
I think that is what's going on.
Except 2D Mario's back because you realize that these two flavors can coexist, Kristen.
I don't see why they can't, to tell you the truth. But that's just what I wonder if is happening.
Yeah.
I seriously don't see why they couldn't also just have Original Sin.
Well, there are plenty of rumors that, like, Paramount had this huge merger thing with Skydance. It's part of the reason Stephen Colbert was canceled and all this drama and all that. All this. And that whoever at the higher up was just like, all right, well, cancel one of the Dexters, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Now that we're pushed through. But don't give them a green light then.
I know. I think it's horrible.
So anyway, I think that's going to suffice for our spoiler-free conversation about Dexter Resurrection. So many subtitles.
I know.
New Blood, Original Sin, Resurrections. I think we're going to get into spoilers and really rip this puppy apart.
Yep.
Right? Let the blood spatter.
Yes. Of course. You mean splatter.
Spatter.
I know. I'm kidding.
Spatter and splatter. After this commercial break.
Okay. Want to let her rip?
Oh,
ready?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. She's an old woman.
Okay, now figure that out.
And now we're in spoilers.
Okay.
I don't feel committed to always find an old woman to.
There's gotta be an old woman.
No,
there's gonna come a day when no one knows the hell that means.
I'm sure people don't know what it means now. Just so you know, I said that leading into spoilers for the movie Orphan. And I've just always said it before
40 years ago.
Yeah, before every spoiler alert ever since.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So Dexter Resurrections. We're gonna spoil it now. Get out if you don't want to be spoiled.
Yeah, you can always come back.
I thought that first, I mean, the way it opened, I thought was so corny. Now, worth pointing out, I think spoiling Resurrection is going to require us to spoil everything Dexter that's ever been. All right. So I hope that you're all prepared for that.
Yeah.
Something I think might be helpful in that regard, because the last time that we talked about Dexter was season 4.
Right.
There are 4 seasons of that original show, plus New Blood, plus Original Sin.
Well, no, there are 8 seasons of that original show.
No. There are 8 total, but we talked about there are not 8 seasons after season 4.
No. Yeah, but we didn't talk about all 4 seasons.
No, I know. I was gonna say, basically, to like put it bluntly, like what we're missing since the Trinity killing up to today.
Okay.
Is basically that Dexter, kept doing his Dexter stuff, but now he's got his son, Harrison, who is found in his wife Rita's blood because Trinity Killer killed Rita at the end of that season.
Right.
So is Harrison born in blood just like Dexter was? Duh.
Yeah.
His dad is Dexter. He's screwed.
Yeah, definitely.
And if Dexter insists you've been born in blood, there ain't no coming back. Oh, you've been born in blood, Harrison.
Yeah.
Just put it that way.
Yeah.
Along the way, Dexter kills a bunch of serial killers, but also it's Dexter's sort of thing that he also occasionally gets innocent people killed. He had gotten Dokes killed back in season 2.
Yep.
He ends up getting Lieutenant LaGuerta accidentally killed. He ends up getting his sister Deb accidentally killed. He then leaves Harrison with a woman named Hannah. I don't know anything about this woman. I guess she was another serial killer?
Yes.
He fell in love with another serial killer? It was like his Harley Quinn?
Yeah, there are plenty. Yeah.
Jesus. Anyway, Hannah, I guess, was another good killer.
Yes.
And so he left his son Harrison with Hannah.
Right.
For her to raise him alone while Dexter put Deb's corpse on a boat and sailed into a hurricane.
Correct.
but he survived that hurricane.
Yeah, then he went off to be a lumberjack incognito. That's how the original Dexter series ends.
Lumberjack incognito sounds like some sort of like an app.
Yeah, it does.
Right, for lumberjacks to hook up with each other.
Yeah, God love him.
So a decade after that, now he has moved to a different snowy place in upstate New York.
Yeah.
Harrison is now a teenager. Hannah has died. Harrison tracks down Dexter, learns Daddy is a bad boy. And whatever happens in that show, I don't know. But it concludes with Dexter going, shoot me here, and taps his chest.
Yeah.
A lot of handwork on Dexter.
I find it I must tell you, I find it very irritating.
Handwork, face work.
There's a lot of graceful movement. I think that a lot of people really like that about Dexter. He'll do a little turn.
Yes.
And stuff.
Yes.
I don't like it.
He's a Broadway bound boy.
I know he is.
Dexter. Michael C. Hall is classically trained.
Yes.
Or experienced at least.
And God bless.
I saw him do cabaret. He took over for
But you saw him, Alan Cumming. You saw him, I think he may have predated Alan Cumming. I'm not sure. I don't know.
I don't
know. You just on YouTube.
Yeah, on YouTube.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't sitting in the front of the theater, also in my suspenders, shirtless. Do people dress up to go to cabaret?
I don't know. Maybe. It feels like it's possible.
You ever see Eddie Redmayne's performance?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Oh my God.
I don't like it at all.
Anyway, Harrison does shoot what?
I didn't love Michael C. Hall's. I gotta tell you.
No, I hate that shit. I hate cabaret.
I do too.
I hate it.
I do too, except for Liza Minnelli's Mine Hair. Oh my gosh. If you want to treat yourself, just go on YouTube, put Liza Minnelli, Mine Hair. What a talent.
Really?
This is a star. Yeah, it's incredible. But besides that, no thanks.
I remember seeing the commercials for Alan Cumming on TV when I was a boy. I was clutching a Ninja Turtle like, what?
What is this?
What is this? What am I looking at? Such pasty nipples on my screen. With suspenders?
Wow.
Why is he wearing that little hat? Anyway.
Oh, God.
So Harrison does shoot Dear Daddy Dexter in the chest. And then Dexter splayed out in the snow.
Yeah.
As Harrison went off.
The way he's splayed, I don't like.
I know, it looks so weird. His physicality is so odd. I agree with you. But Harrison drove off, we don't know where. It's now been 5 years in real life since then. As you pointed out, Dexter had his life flash before his eyes, which was 10 episodes of Original Sin that included flashbacks he wasn't present for.
Yes.
And that justified him surviving being shot in the chest because the snow preserved him.
Yeah.
And it slowed down his heart and bleeding. And he was rushed to the hospital where his life was saved.
Correct.
And conveniently, whatever the hell happened in that Original Sin, which I've never seen, they covered it up there. There's like the opening episode of this show, because now we're finally here, is them being like, it's amazing that you survived, Dexter. It's like, man, and all the stuff that had happened, we found a bunch of dead bodies at the police station with you there. Yeah. I can't believe all those cops must have attacked you.
I know.
they gloss over whatever the hell happened in that show.
They do a bunch of heavy lifting. He had some girlfriend who found out that he was a bad guy, but then she writes him a card that somebody gives him in the beginning. She's like, "We're even.
I think
get out of
good guy.
Get out of Iron Lake, which is the town in New York." And he's like, "Okay, done and done." He like does some rehab.
Lucky Dexter.
Yeah.
Good golly.
But before he leaves the rehab, like, you know, the hospital or whatever, who should show up but his old hermano from Miami, Angel Batista.
Yes.
Ooh, baby. Although I just remembered we did
a bunch of old hermanos.
Yes, I know. I just realized we started to gloss over what you pointed out at the beginning of the very, very beginning of the show. A bunch of cameos from past
flashbacks.
Yeah.
Not even flashbacks, ghosts.
Yep.
Ever since season 2, I want to say, Dexter has seen visions of his dad, Harry. And occasionally he would see his brother, Brian.
Yeah.
I think the ghost of Deb is in that last reboot.
It is.
He sees the ghost of Trinity.
Right off the bat.
Wake up, Dexter Morgan. Or whatever he said. I probably just says, hello, Dexter Morgan. Probably does.
Yeah.
Probably does. And it's John Lithgow.
Yeah.
being like, the good Lord teaches us that you deserve a second chance, Dexter. It's like, okay, what is this? Is this relevant in any capacity, or is it just that Trinity was so popular?
It's that.
It's exclusively that.
Yeah.
There's not a single thing I recall Trinity saying that felt like it was eye-opening or anything.
No, it's just fan service, which is fine.
And then I do enjoy the trippiness of like, now all of a sudden Dexter's outside looking at an empty grave. I think it's supposed to be his
with
grave.
Jimmy Smits, who I totally forgot about.
Miguel Prado.
I love Jimmy Smits.
I believe he's season 3
Yes.
or something like that. I don't recall it being that great.
Yeah.
But I do like Jimmy Smits.
Yeah.
And then the biggest, most wonderful surprise of all.
Ho ho!
Surprise, you little stinker.
Yep. You know what he says.
You know what he said.
Yep.
I said little stinker.
Yeah.
He didn't say that.
No.
It's Dokes.
Yeah.
And,
wonderful.
He says, oh, it's weird. Dexter's like, what are you doing here, Dokes? You here to call me a creep mother fudger?
Yeah.
And he goes, I don't think so, Morgan. Deep within all that nasty shit.
I know you have a kernel of goodness in you. It's like, okay.
Okay.
This doesn't seem like something Dokes would say at all.
No,
but
because all of this is Dexter letting himself off the hook. He is imagining. Even when he saw Miguel Prado, he's like, hey, hermano.
Yeah.
He killed him.
I know.
He killed all these people.
That guy's just so affable. He's just happy to see Dexter.
Good to see you, Dexter.
Yeah. He just loved Dexter. I just remember him getting a real kick out of him.
Yes. The last time that he saw all of these people,
he killed
they
them.
were screaming because they were about to die.
Yes.
And Dexter, this is a theme that continues through this show. Mm-hmm. Having now seen everything, we're going to spoil the whole thing. Mm-hmm. We weren't lying. Having seen the whole thing and knowing that Angel, one of the only returning original characters, is here to finally try to catch the real Bay Harbor Butcher, Dexter. Mm-hmm. And he's like, you got LaGuerta killed, you got Deb killed, you got Dokes killed, you killed all these innocent people.
Yeah.
I kind of wish we had seen LaGuerta and Deb up at the top. I think that thematically they were important.
Yeah.
And seeing Dexter present himself unconsciously with his own ghosts that let him off the hook is really psychologically interesting to me. Because who's to say that in the next season of Dexter Resurrection, we won't get Angel as a ghost.
I know.
Being like, you know what, hermano? Maybe you are doing the right thing.
I know.
Even though Angel dies in this show and his last words are, fuck you, Dexter Morgan. It's like, I appreciate that the humans don't let Dexter off the hook.
Right.
They never do.
Right.
He lets himself off the hook.
Yeah. His psychological manifestation of them later does. I can't remember how I started that sentence.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And it's something that, like, I don't know if the show really wants to wrestle with that, but they do continually present it.
Yes.
Which I think is good.
I think it's good, but I think it's also a message to the audience to continually remind us that this is a good guy in some way, because they need to keep us on Dexter's side.
But if you're going to do that, then you could have the more cliched ending for Angel be that he and Dexter briefly team up.
Oh, totally. No, I think that they ride the line. You know what I mean? Like, I think that they remind us that he, like, does terrible things in some ways, but they also need to find a way to also be like, oh, I know he killed this guy, or was responsible for this guy's death, but he also, does good. Like, they need to find a way to keep us always on the, like, pro Dexter side, which honestly I think we would be anyway.
Yeah,
but just on paper, I think that they need to have a little bit of a balance.
I think that's probably true. I do, however, enjoy, it's kind of like the Jigsaw thing. I like it when he's proven wrong.
Yeah.
And I like it when when you watch him even briefly wrestle with seeing himself the way other people see him. Like having Angel in his dying breath still curse Dexter. Yeah. Like you could see it hurt him.
Totally. And I think that they do a really good job of balancing that, because I do want it to hurt him. Yes. I do want him to think about those things. However, it would suck, even though it makes sense in a real life sense. I don't want him to be mired in that sort of thing, because I am watching this show for entertainment.
Yes.
So I do want him to feel the impact of it, but then move on fairly quickly.
I think I agree with you. I think it also still harkens back to way back to season 1, which ends with him imagining a parade for himself.
Yes.
Like, he still is a killer that has this ego. He still views himself as some sort of a hero.
Yeah.
With his own like sense of justice, his own code or whatever.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, I think I'm just repeating exactly.
That was another moment when he was talking to Prater on the table or whatever, of him doing like a physical move where I was like, "Oi!"
That was the worst one.
I agree. Prater was like, "Oh, so you have." He doesn't say the word code. He says like you have a guiding force or something, and Dexter puts his hand up like there's a light coming down from above. He's like, "A code."
Oh, that's
Give it to. I was like, "Whoa."
Given to me.
Yes, given
by my
to me.
father. That was so annoying.
Eesh. I'm glad that he mostly does those things in private moments with people he's about to kill or just killed. I think that's for the best for him socially, that he's not talking to Harrison doing that. It's usually with somebody on his table.
Yes, I think
and
you're
I
right
think
about that.
That's shrewd on
Here
his
I am.
part. Yeah.
This is my face.
I think that's smart.
Oh, it's brutal.
I think we should all be ourselves. So if he did that in real life, he would find his people. But
yeah.
I think it's good to be judicious with.
I think this handwork, by the way. Now, again, I hadn't watched Dexter since season 5.
Yeah.
Maybe I bowed out in the middle of 6. I don't know. I don't recall him doing that.
I don't really
Is this something
either.
that in his middle age he has started adopting?
I don't know.
Pulling the mask on and off. Theoretically, the facade.
I think he did do a little bit of this in the show. I do remember him being just like a little dancey or whatever, but I think it is really ramped up in this.
I remember him like grabbing his face going like, the mask is slipping.
Yeah.
But it was like this like sicker man thing, not reveling in the magic. He looks like the masked magician.
Yeah,
He's like constantly mugging and
there's just a lot of
hand
grace.
waving. A lot of grace. Too much grace.
Yeah, for me.
So where do you want to stay on the big enchilada, the overarching plot?
Yeah, I mean, I think just whatever stands out. Bounce about. Favorite moments.
Well, so Dexter,
favorite plot points.
Dexter he wakes up and gets out of Iron Lake very easily.
Yeah. Yeah.
He is able to run from his past so effectively. He faked his
He can
death.
do it all.
He faked his death a decade ago. And then he follows Harrison to New York.
Right.
And becomes Dexter Morgan again and just gets a driver's license.
Yeah, I know. Look,
and an apartment.
There are a lot of things that you just have to bounce right over.
And I'm totally willing to.
I know. Yeah. But yes.
Again, the point of the show is not to get mired in logistics.
And I will say,
it never has been.
Of course. I just remembered Angel did say to him, like, oh, by the way, since I found out that you're alive, I have marked you down as alive.
Right. In your permanent record.
Yeah, exactly.
These
Whatever.
things work.
So I guess that's how he's able to get his driver's license and stuff, because now he's not legally dead anymore.
I guess.
So I guess that's that. I think that must be. But I don't know.
I guess so, but it just seems easy.
It does seem easy. Back to Angel. All the Angel stuff is so good.
It is until the end, I think.
Yeah.
It gets messy at the end.
It does. But everything, all the pursuit stuff, I guess I should say.
Cat and mouse.
Oh my God.
Noir.
Very much so. All those I think they are so good together. Yum, yum. Like, as soon as he shows up, he just, what's his name? David Zayas. I thought he was so good.
Yeah.
He would just have like a smile on, being like, hey, Hermano, but his eyes are like,
yes. He sneaks into Dexter's house where Dexter lives in the basement apartment under Blessing, who's this landlord guy. And he's teaching. Angel stays at the house and he's teaching.
Brings little Miami to New York.
Yes, he does. It was so funny actually because Dexter goes down to his underground apartment and then he hears like like a rumba above his head and he's like, Angel?
Yeah.
He instantly knows.
And he like flies upstairs.
Yeah, and it's that Angel's teaching Blessing how to do the salsa or something. Yeah. Now this was interesting. They do like this whole double speak thing, which was wonderful. It was what you were sort of saying, where it's like, Dexter, I just thought I'd swing by and catch you.
Yeah.
It's like very playful doublespeak, whatever. But he even says to Blessing, he's like, I taught this guy how to salsa 30 years ago. That's a reference to Dexter Original Sin.
Oh, okay.
Where
there are a bunch.
They show him teach young Dexter, Patrick Gibson, how to dance in that show.
Okay.
And yeah, there was like, you're right, there's another thing where they literally have a flashback.
Yeah.
Where they show a scene from Original Sin. I was like, oh, I can see the synergy of all these things clicking together in a way that these could be complementary and work.
Yeah, and apparently
but they've canceled it.
When the detective Claudette or whatever is like looking through old newspaper articles online, it shows some headlines from events that happened in Original Sin.
Yes.
I think that's really cool.
I think that's great. I honestly, I feel like if I feel like this show actually proved why the shows could be compatible with each other. I still think that the job of a prequel could be that like Dexter could encounter someone in season 2 of the prequel that gets away.
Yeah.
And now resurfaces 20 years later in New York.
Yes, I think that's awesome.
And have that baggage of all this. Like you could use the prequel in a way to enhance the sequel.
Totally.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's too late now.
I know. What can you do?
But I thought that was kind of interesting. But yeah, Angel chasing Dexter, being out of his depth in New York was interesting. Seeing Angel in the city, which is, you know, it's always shot in this like very modern but still very dark kind of like noir-ish way. I actually feel like Michael C. Hall's narration through the entire show this time is like a little whisperier. It's like a little more monotone, a little quieter than typical. In a way that really enhances this moody New York vibe that I really liked.
Yeah, me too.
But like Angel gets in a car with Dexter and they have like this like intense ride where Dexter just lets him out on the Brooklyn Bridge or something. Like in the middle of the road.
Yeah. He's like, you get out now or whatever.
Yeah, he goes, if I really am who you think I am, this can't end well for you. And Angel says, I'll take my chances, and gets out of the car, leaves behind his AirPod case to track Dexter's car. But then is just standing in the middle of the road while Dexter in the foreground is driving away. It's just such good New York detective shit.
It's great. And he's wearing his fedora, which he always wore in Miami. But dare I say his fedora takes on a new context in New York?
It's a character in and of itself. In this show, you know, people used to say New York is a character.
Yes,
David Zayas' pork pie hat.
It is, but now it looks like a detective. Like,
yes,
it has a new vibe in New York. It just simply does.
He's back in a New York groove.
He is. He's so great.
Yes.
I loved it.
It's outstanding.
Yes. Now there are some issues, like you said. Definitely by the end, Angel made some missteps.
Yeah. He beefed it.
He did. He beefed it. He borfed it.
Yeah.
Going directly to Prater's was a really bad idea. And he's a smart man. I kind of think that you can explain it away. However, it's very much your own, I don't think this is what they were doing. You could go like a personal headcanon thing that they didn't illustrate, and I don't think they intended. That Angel is just getting more and more desperate and more whipped up and not thinking straight or whatever. They're not indicating that. But and just so desperate to get Dexter that he just went to Prater without really thinking straight. Like if they did a thing where, and I don't want this by the way, where they did a thing where he's in his apartment looking at his wall of evidence of Dexter and it's getting messier and whatever, and you're just like, okay, Angel's getting a little out there. My point is that if he thinks that Dexter is the Bay Harbor Butcher and the Bay Harbor Butcher goes after serial killers and Dexter is now seen with Prater or whatever, that would make Prater, it would make you suspicious that Prater is a serial killer or something.
Potentially. Yeah. So Prater is this billionaire played by Peter Dinklage who runs a serial killer club. And yeah, Dexter is with him, but Dexter... The only way that I can rationalize Angel coming to talk to Prater and not realizing he's putting himself in danger is maybe he thought that he was like, well, I'll just come talk to him in his office. I don't think they're instantly going to clock me on the back of the head and tie me to a table.
But I don't know. Like if you know that Dexter is after killers, I think it's not a huge leap, especially for a detective to be like, well, why is he hanging around with Prater? Could Prater be a killer? Should I go right into a killer's lion's den?
But
I don't know.
If you tell somebody that is a potential victim,
Yeah.
hey, you're hanging out with somebody who wants to kill you.
Yeah, but
They might say, well, thank you for telling me.
certainly.
You know what I mean? Like, he didn't know that Prater collects serial killers.
No, he didn't know he's a killer, but I think that he could, it turned out that that's what it was.
Right.
But I think he could have logically thought this guy himself might be a killer and he might kill me.
He probably should have thought that, yes.
And even that thought would have kept him out of that danger.
Perhaps at that point, Angel has already been presenting his theories about Dexter to the NYPD.
Right.
And they've been shooting him down repeatedly to the point now where he's starting to accidentally implicate himself as the Bay Harbor Butcher. There was a moment where Angel's like, no, this
isn't my kill room.
This isn't my kill room. I found this kill room.
Yeah.
Why are you guys talking to me like I'm crazy?
Yeah.
Like, once Angel says that, it's over.
I
Like,
know.
everyone's looking at you like you're nuts.
I know. And he's right the whole time. How infuriating.
It is infuriating.
That had to drive him crazy.
Yes, it was. But it's the classic sort of like,
of course,
detectives presenting his outlandish theory to the point where people start to be like, maybe you're crazy.
Yeah, right.
Weird detective man.
Yes.
We know he's right.
Yeah, I know.
They don't know he's right.
I know.
But so he is at the end of his rope. You're right that they're not depicting his desperation. But if you were to try to, if you're like, hey, there's a wild animal outside.
Yeah.
I need to come talk to you about the wild animal that's outside your house. You're not expecting the potential victim to go, thank you for telling me. I'm going to eat you now.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So like, I think that
I
think he was thinking about even if Prater, maybe he did think like Prater could be a killer, but I could pit him against Dexter or something, or who knows?
Yeah.
I can buy that decently enough, even though I think that it's messy.
Oh, yeah. I don't think it's like preposterous, but you know.
But Prater pretty much instantly clocks Angel.
Yeah.
And brings him to his Scream 6 serial killer vault. What's up with New York and secret serial killer?
They love it.
Shrines.
Yeah, yeah.
It turns out that Prater is, so Peter Dinklage, who is fantastic.
He's great.
Is a billionaire who's obsessed with serial killers. Dexter comes to New York and immediately kills a serial killer who is known as the Dark Passenger, which is very coincidental because he describes his evil urge as the Dark Passenger.
He's like, the hell?
So basically, out of some sense of like agitation.
Yeah, how dare?
How dare you be the Dark Passenger? I'm the Dark Passenger. He kills the Dark Passenger, not knowing that the Dark Passenger has just received an invitation to join Prater's secret serial killer club. So Dexter pretends to be the Dark Passenger.
Yes.
To join the club. And then Prater lets him into the vaults where he's been collecting serial killer
memorabilia,
all this murderabilia stuff. He's got John Wayne Gacy's clown suit,
which is apparently from Original Sin.
Oh, is it?
That's what I read on Reddit.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I guess that comes into play. I think you've got John Wayne Gacy coming at you.
Really?
Yeah.
How did you feel about the mixing of fictional serial killer world with real life serial killers?
I guess I felt fine about it because I haven't really thought about it.
I don't know why.
I guess I just didn't. Yeah.
I'm struggling to understand why I feel this way. I find it a little distasteful.
I always find that distasteful.
I don't like seeing the Bay Harbor Butcher next to, Jeffrey Dahmer's toothbrush or whatever.
Yes.
It's weird.
Yeah, no, I do think it's weird. I always think it's weird. So I just didn't even, just like, they do this again. They do this in so many shows now, I feel like.
Yeah.
That I'm just like, this.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's true. But I like all the fictional killers that they've invented.
Yeah.
Because there's the New York Ripper. This was like the subject of like endless speculation online.
Yep.
And a potential big bad for a future season, or who knows, or a limp noodle that'll be wiped out in season 2, episode 1.
What do you think?
I think it's big enough to discuss. I think we should take a quick hiatus.
All right, let's do that. Let's first talk about patreon.com/GTTUpod. This is where you can go to get our second weekly podcast, The Netherworld Dispatch, that comes out every Monday, and support the show at the same time, which we appreciate in a major, major way. So we have a number of different tiers over there. You can go check it out, see which one works for you. And in addition to the Netherworld Dispatch, you get ad-free episodes of Guides the Unknown, huge. You skip this whole spiel, you skip the commercials. Delightful experience. We have a Discord where people are hanging out every day and chatting. Everybody's so nice and cool in there. We have movie commentaries. We have a newsletter. We have all kinds of stuff. And it's really great. We are so thankful for everybody who has joined our Patreon. People seem to really enjoy it, which is great. And go check it out. Patreon.com/GTTUpod.
The most recent episode of The Netherworld Dispatch is episode 230, Face Crimes.
Face crimes.
Kristen and I watched Unsolved Mysteries, as we often do. And in it, we coincidentally were faced back to back with terrible police recreations of victims and killers.
Yeah. First was somebody taking a skull and reconstructing with clay and stuff. And at first we're just like, okay, they did that. But then they had an update and they showed that they found the actual person who
was the victim.
Right.
Yeah.
And it looked absolutely nothing like what they recreated. And we were really blown away by that.
Yeah, they made a Gumby.
Yeah.
And then it didn't look anything like the real guy.
That seems very problematic for solving the crime. If they're like, we're looking for this man.
Hugely.
And they were able to find the real man with DNA. Thank God for DNA technology. And then the next thing that we watched was about the Son of Sam killings from the 70s or 80s or whatever. And a big factor in that case were, I think, 5 different composite drawings of the suspect at different crime scenes, and they all look super different from each other, and it's crazy.
Which led some guy to theorize that there was a gang of killers, the Sons of Sam. Yes, that was the point of that Unsolved Mysteries, is that maybe all of these different police sketches are different men.
Yeah. Yeah, and it doesn't seem like that has held water since that episode airing.
An imprecise science.
Indeed.
The facial recreation. So go check that out. That's episode 230, Face Crimes.
Yeah.
Now, I wanted to point this out at the top of the show. I frankly forgot.
Yes.
On later this month, in just a couple of weeks, I've been saying I'm going to be at the NJ HorrorCon on the 27th and 28th. Well, it turns out that I've got somebody joining me on the 27th.
Yes, you do.
Would you like to reveal who that is?
It's me. I will be joining William on the 27th. So if you're going to be at NJ HorrorCon, come say hi to us.
Hell yeah.
We'd love to see you.
The Guide to the Unknown twosome, the gruesome twosome.
That's right. The twins will be there.
Twins will be there. And then on the 28th, I'll be leaving the NJ HorrorCon just after noon to go down to Smod Castle to introduce the Devil and Daisy Dirt at 3 o'clock. So just a reminder, but an update that Chrissy will be joining.
Yes.
So stop by. We could sign something, take a picture.
Yeah.
Who's to say?
Whatever you want.
Future is yours.
Within reason.
Make it a good one.
That's important.
You know what? While we're here, and I've got it right in front of me, why don't I hold up T.T. Madden's brand new book that just came out, Gorman's House.
Yes.
Which is available right this second. You can go get it, go pick it up, give it a read. T.T. Madden is a wonderful writer.
Yep, it's great.
Also lovely. There's also a cameo. A cameo here at the beginning of the book with the accolades. Kristen, why don't you reveal whose name?
A blurb. I wrote a blurb for the book because TT sent me a copy in advance that I got to write a little teeny review for, which was so fun.
Bingo. So go pick it up. Gorman's House.
Yeah.
TT Madden writes.
It's a really fun Halloween book, so you should check it out.
Dynamite. We love reading reviews on Guide to the Unknown. We've got a lovely one here from Yellow Tandy. Move over, Green Tandy.
It's time for Yellow.
I loved the Witch Trials episode, which was episode 396, by the way.
Great.
Will and Kristen's ability to deftly discuss important current issues and how they tie in with historical patterns like the Witch Trials, while also being funny, entertaining, and informative, is really impressive. I learned a lot and had fun along the way. 5 stars.
Thank you so much. How
Edutainment.
Nice. Yeah, that is our thing.
We're like Wishbone.
Wishbone.
You remember Wishbone?
Yeah, I forgot about Wishbone.
Is that dog?
We are like Wishbone.
That would reenact like, I don't know, like...
Yeah.
Lolita. Wuthering Heights.
I don't think either one of those things would count as edutainment.
Little Women.
They're both, all works of fiction.
Oh, the Constitution?
Yeah, that's great.
Well, there you go, everybody.
Oh my God. We're like Wishbone.
We're like Wishbone.
We're like
We're kind of
Wishbone.
like two Wishbones.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, we love reading reviews.
Thank you.
If you want to leave a written review for us on Apple Podcasts, we may read it in a future episode, or you can leave stars for us.
Just nice
on
ones.
Spotify. We greatly appreciate it. Yeah, we're only going to read the nice ones. There's another companion review to this one that says that our show is politically biased for that same Salem witch. Yeah, everyone is. No shit.
I mean, I'm fine with
Who's
that.
neutral right now?
I don't know.
I can't decide.
Yeah, I need more information.
It's too darn difficult to figure out whether or not Donald Trump's an evil pile of shit.
Right. I'm not sure.
Anyway, thanks for hanging out, everyone. Appreciate you all. Thank you for your reviews. Yeah. All right, we're going to talk about the New York Ripper.
Yeah.
After one more commercial break.
Okay.
The New York Ripper.
We find ourselves here.
Yeah. Do you have any theories, or did this catch your eye as much as it seemed to catch the internet? Because I was definitely keeping up with threads every week of people's theories and all that stuff.
Oh, me too. Yeah. No, I was curious about it. I can't really tell now what the deal is. I'm of two minds about like what the plans for the New York Ripper are. So the show is like peppering headlines about the New York Ripper at first into just the backgrounds of scenes and stuff. And then they showed that one of the two main detectives who was kind of like pursuing this murder that Harrison committed in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, Harrison accidentally loses control.
Yeah.
And kills a guy who's sexually assaulting a woman, which is also very justice-y, like somewhat Dexter-y, but then he's got to cover up the crime, but he's not as practiced as Dexter.
Right.
So Daddy Dexter has to sweep in and help cover it all up. And in the mix is this Detective Wallace, who is also now on Harrison's ass, but described as having been obsessed with the New York Ripper case, which remains unsolved.
Right. So it wasn't something that was at the forefront, but they had mentioned it. And it's such like a catchy name that it was easy to really grasp onto.
It's a lightning rod.
Totally. Anything with the Ripper is like, oh, this is going to be a thing or whatever. So they'd mentioned that Wallace was obsessed with the Ripper as like her white whale. When Prater was taking Dexter through his Scream 6 vault, he had the New York Ripper's weapon, which was I didn't know it was called this at first, but it's just like a big long hook thing, and it's like a manhole cover lifter. And then Harrison is touring a college, and he ends up sitting in on a lecture, and he doesn't know it's going to be Wallace, but it's Wallace talking about the New York Ripper and playing these phone calls of the Ripper calling and tormenting past victims' family members. And she says that the Ripper was active in, I think, the 90s and hasn't been active since then, but kind of like keeps involved in the crimes by doing this and plays the phone calls and shows the crime scenes on the screen. So it's just kind of like a lot of people online were like, okay, so by the end of the season, are we going to find out who the New York Ripper is? And or is the New York Ripper going to be the big bad for season 2, who Dexter is going to go after? And the season finale is going to kind of set us up for that. That's going to be like the big bang of the finale of the show and get us like hooked for season 2 or whatever.
Right.
And I didn't know whether that would happen or not. That didn't seem out of the realm of possibility.
It felt weird for them to continually insert details about the New York Ripper without ever getting into it.
Definitely. If anything, I thought, yeah, maybe he'll be a thing for season 2, and they're just like laying like heavy breadcrumbs. That's not a real, it's mixing metaphors, but like really going to town with laying down references to New York Ripper now. But it seemed like there was so much they were going to have to do in the season finale that'd be kind of weird to also be like, and this guy is the New York Ripper. But it is weird to me that I'm really not sure. I think I read that there's an interview where one of the writers said that the New York Ripper thing wasn't intended to be as big a deal as people made it online, and that it really was just supposed to be just like a little bit of background color, and that Wallace finding that file that Prater had in the vault that says the New York Ripper's name at the end, it's just because it's just supposed to be that.
Just supposed to be some guy.
Yeah.
Like all these like larger than life killers always just turn out to be some, screwed up failure.
Right.
You
And
know?
like that's the end of that. Like now she's always wondered who it was. She saw the name and now she kind of staggered against her partner. She's like, oh my God, I found out now. But I wonder if
Don Frampt.
right.
The
Hell of a
Prater
name.
just has the name on a file. Don Frampt is the New York Ripper.
Right. But I wonder if even that was the plan, that there was actually really no plan and they were kind of caught off guard by the fact that people gripped onto it so hard, that now that they've seen how intrigued by people are with it, that they will make it a thing in season 2.
I want it to be a thing.
I do too.
I think the idea of the New York Ripper is really interesting.
I also think that if there was, I mean, if it is true that it's not supposed to be a thing, the fact that the title of Dexter Resurrection, the title card is on a manhole cover that got pulled back on further and further. I feel like that also indicated that there was going to be a big bang of a New York Ripper reveal at the end. And I'm surprised that there wasn't.
So did I, especially when they revealed that the New York Ripper's weapon of choice is used to remove manholes.
That's the whole reason that it would make it like cool.
I thought in episode 10, they would show the Dexter Resurrection on the manhole grate, and then the tool would come in and open the manhole.
And he would be in there.
Hello. Peeking out like a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah.
No, I thought like maybe the camera then pushes in on the dark sewer or something like that.
No, I'm disappointed.
I mean, they still have that opportunity going into season 2.
Yeah.
It was just that New York is so sewery. Everyone's obsessed with the sewers of New York.
Yeah.
When Jason went to Manhattan, he ended up in the sewers. Like, what is it? Why is it that a sewer everywhere has? We have sewer grates here.
Is it unique to New York?
No.
I feel like there's sewers everywhere.
There are.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it for some reason does connote New York to have the sewer grate cover, and it says Dexter Resurrection, double arrow forward, which I like because Dexter Original Sin was double arrow back, so it indicated we're going back in time and going forward in time. I was like, that's actually kind of tidy.
I didn't know that.
But yeah, I thought for sure once they knew that the weapon of choice was this manhole grate remover, you remove the title card to introduce the New York Ripper at the end.
Yeah.
That would have made sense to me. That's still not impossible. Don Frampt could be a fake name or a fake somebody or a whole rabbit hole of shit to discover. Just because you know his name doesn't mean you know everything.
Absolutely.
The other thing that I thought was possible to do by the end of season 1 is that Leon Prater, collecting all these serial killers, he makes them bring him their trophies.
Yeah.
And he gives them money and takes them out to fancy dinners and helicopter rides and whatever. At some point, I don't remember what episode, but I really sort of like was like, that's the New York Ripper right there. I don't know who says it. Someone says to Dexter, did Leon make you do one of his special kills yet?
Yeah.
And they sort of all act like, well, you know, we enjoy coming to his house and drinking his fancy wine and eating his prosciutto. But there's a cost to all of this. He'll make you do one of his kills or something.
Okay.
I was like, oh, there's no
New York Ripper. It's like a
Leon Prater makes the killers that he collects eventually go out and do a New York Ripper crime for him. The New York Ripper is a composite of all these other killers that he makes do a New York Ripper murder for him.
Right.
Or something. I was like, that would be kind of interesting. There is no New York Ripper. Just like that's how Jack the Ripper, like never caught. Well, here's a good reason that they were never caught. There's no singular individual who committed any of those crimes. It was a concocted persona by a billionaire paying other killers to carry out his sick fantasy of having the ultimate murderer who can never be deciphered.
Yeah.
Ever. I was like, that would make a certain amount of sense to me. Obviously, it's not the way it went.
Yeah.
I guess that throwaway line of doing a kill for Prater was just like, he'll make you outside of your urge. He'll make you go kill someone.
Or I wonder if it has to do with taking pictures or whatever, because the Gemini killer gave him pictures of his kills. And also because the New York Ripper has been inactive for so long. I don't think that would have worked.
Yeah, I think you're right about that too. But that was the only thing that I could think, because you're right with like all these like plots compounding to introduce now the ultimate killer guy.
Yeah,
I just been too much. That felt like an avenue.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wonder if it will be a thing, even if it wasn't something that they planned. I wonder if now it will be a thing in season 2.
It's hard to ignore how much people were interested in that title.
It also seems
it's
crazy
an opportunity
to not. It seems like they were laying it on really thick for it to be just kind of like, it's a lot of background color.
I wonder if it'll be a gag in the first episode that he takes out the New York Ripper way too easily, or if they
not.
can make him a big bad.
I think it should probably be either you make him a big bad or you do just leave it, which I'd prefer they don't do.
Yeah.
I think it would be a little bit annoying and a little bit of like a spitting in the face to have it be like, oh, here's your New York Ripper, and he's just dispatched.
Especially considering that this entire season ends with Dexter on a boat again. Going, I'm exactly who I need to be. And then looking right into the camera, who you want me to be.
I didn't like that at all.
He's looked in the camera before, but he's never talked to us.
He didn't say you.
Yeah. Who are we? We're the dark passenger, I guess, because we constantly want him to kill.
I guess.
Right?
I guess. I felt like that scene went on forever. I don't know if that was just me, but
I felt like it went on forever as well. Also, like Dexter being on a mega yacht that he stole from Prater.
Yeah.
To dump bodies in like the Hudson or something, or like the East River. I don't know. But
Kramer swims in there.
I know.
You shouldn't be doing that.
Well, to be fair, there were also bodies in there when Kramer was swimming.
That's true. That's true.
But he's got, the Statue of Liberty in the background. Like, it's a great shot.
I thought there were too many of those. I was like, there are too many like Batman shots of him, like with the Statue of Liberty behind him.
They made the most out of having that.
They sure did.
They were able to shoot one evening in the East River or whatever.
They did.
So they made sure that they had pigeons. They had every New York icon. There could possibly be a crazy guy sitting on the back of the boat changing his pants.
One time is fine of Michael C. Hall, like looking out over the water with the Statue of Liberty behind him. They did it like 2 or 3 times.
What else are you going to shoot on the boat?
I don't know, just not that.
Is he going to keep that boat?
I don't know. I was thinking the same thing.
You can't keep that mega
just
yacht.
His boat now? That's his new slice of life?
He's not worried about money, and I feel like he should be.
I completely agree. I feel like... to live like Dexter. He is extremely cavalier just with everything.
Falls ass
I know
backward.
There are a few times I text you and I was like, he's being too cocky. This guy is making me nervous. But you know what? I guess he has every reason to be because he always gets out of everything.
Does. He always has. He skates
scot-free.
Well, we are now firmly...
He doesn't even have to kill Angel. No. This happens repeatedly through the entire show. Like somebody is like a major threat to him and then somebody else luckily kills him so he doesn't have to deal with it.
Well, is that also a pattern that Dexter should be faced with? I mean, he sort of is. That's Angel's point, is to say innocent people always get in the way, and then he'll be the next innocent person.
Right.
Will Harrison, his son, be the next innocent person?
I know. I don't want that to be, by the way. But
no, but you're right. The pattern is too obvious and repetitive. It does. By the time that this season concludes, I was like, that was a little safe.
Yeah.
There was no dangling thread to pull us into season 2. Did he need to kill Peter Dinklage?
I know.
What if Peter Dinklage had survived to continue to be a threat to put pressure on Dexter in season 2? Like, can we not
it's a little disappointing.
Let every season conclude with such a definitive, repetitive
complete reset?
Yeah, complete reset. But having said that, I am years beyond wanting Dexter to be something more.
Yeah.
I was shocked that this was as good as it was.
Oh, I know.
And I really, really enjoyed it. But Dexter is no longer, season 1 was like almost perfect.
I think I don't want really more from it than it is. I kind of can accept that this is what it does.
It's a little cartoony, it's a little silly, but it's fun to watch the continued adventures of serial killer man.
Totally. And again, we're talking about it this way because we do this for the show. We're like really getting into it just as a show to be watching. Of course it's going to reset like that and whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think it has to.
I don't think it has to, but I can totally accept that and just enjoy it.
Well, I also think everyone's worried about getting canceled. So you don't want to leave things with a big dangling thread. Like, no one can make anything.
This totally could have also served as just a one-season thing.
Yeah.
And it would be satisfying.
It just brings him back to the same position he was in Miami. He's got a boat.
Yeah.
He dumps bodies in the water.
Yeah.
He does the same shit over and over.
Yeah, totally. I want it to come back, and it seems that it is. It hasn't been officially renewed, but the word on the street from the Reddit streets and the Dexter Daily
streets they have here at the zoo.
and the Dexter Daily website that they cite sometimes, it's like the Dexter News website, is that they are assembling the writer's room.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's probably going to come back because it's been a big hit, but it's not official.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I wanted to come back. I really enjoyed it. I liked Harrison.
Oh my God, I know. I thought it was great.
Batman and Robin dynamic.
I did too. I thought they had a really sweet relationship. Oh, we didn't even talk about Uma.
Why would we?
I don't know.
They don't use her very much.
I agree, but I do love Uma.
Uma Thurman is great. She is basically henchman.
She's great. You know what? She's snarling a lot.
She has one
I love her
line
whenever she's around.
in episode 10 that I was like, all right, you deserve this. You deserve to say this.
Yes, yeah.
But it doesn't fit here.
Yeah.
And your delivery doesn't fit. She goes, the entire time she's like, I think we need to be watching him more closely, Prater. And he's like, I pay you. You don't you dare have thoughts. It just puts her in her place.
Yeah.
But then at one point she has a gun to Dexter's head and she goes, stay cool. Stay very cool.
I loved it. That was fine with me.
It was Tarantino writing and Tarantino delivery, and she deserves her flowers.
Yes, she does.
As a Tarantino badass, but her character has never spoken like that.
No, she definitely doesn't ever. I noticed that too. I didn't notice this in the moment, but people online were pointing out when she says, "We have unfinished business." I guess that's like a Kill Bill thing.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I don't know.
She's fantastic. I like that she survives this season, and I would like to think that she comes back. In the credits,
I doubt
she's
she
just
will.
rolled in with the cast, and then it will say, like, with Peter Dinklage. It doesn't say with Uma Thurman. I would love to think that she could somehow
That's kind of encouraging.
come back.
Oh, I would too. That's encouraging.
She was very interesting, potentially, and she's a great performer, obviously. And I haven't seen her in stuff in a million years.
Neither have I.
She was great.
What, you haven't watched The Truth About Cats and Dogs lately? Do you remember that movie? I feel like that used to play on Comedy Central like all the
What the
time.
hell's that? Are you thinking about
It's like a rom-com.
A Little Help here? Are you thinking about
I
that?
mean, always, but no.
Cats and Dogs, The Revenge of Kitty Galore.
Let's get this party started.
It was a trailer for a CGI dog movie. And then at one point, a fat cat gets stuck in a pneumatic tube, I think.
Yeah.
And just goes,
Little help here.
help here.
And then the soundtrack comes in. And
I feel like it was
won't
on
do it
TV
again.
all the time, and Kristen loved it.
So
We were
funny.
living at home.
Yeah,
It was
we were.
that old.
Yeah. Oh, it was
old.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's great. Oh, I'm encouraged to hear that she's lumped in with the cast. That
was,
seems
I
so
don't
minor,
know.
and it is, but it also is kind of indicative of, stuff. So
Her name is Charlie Brown.
Yep.
Kind
Yeah,
of weird.
that was weird.
That was
yeah.
weird.
Not huge problem or anything, but I was like, huh.
It
all right.
didn't make any sense too, because Dexter sees her name as Charlie Brown. He goes, maybe that's.
I know.
Maybe that's why she's so angry.
No. You know what he says? He says Charlotte. He doesn't say Charlie Brown. He sees her file and he goes Charlotte. And Harry goes, what? Like that her name is Charlotte is what's weird.
No, her name is.
No, I know. It says on the file Charlotte Brown or whatever, but what Dexter says is Charlotte.
Really?
And then Harry is like, what? And then Dexter goes, Charlie Brown. Or whatever. But like the first reaction thing is to like, oh, her name is Charlotte.
What'd you think it was? Her name's. She goes by Charlie. What would that be short for, Dexter?
I don't know, but it's like
yeah,
backwards.
there are some odd rhythms.
Yeah.
There are some odd rhythms throughout.
Yeah.
The entire thing, I will say. I did like Harry quite a bit. I thought
too.
James Remar was terrific.
Me too. I loved him. I thought it was great. It was great to have that device back.
And the indication that he won't be around forever, even as a ghost. He's like, I'd love to see Harrison graduate. He goes, you'll be there.
Right.
But then he disappears and Harrison gets in the car. It's like both, well, for two things.
Yes.
Harry is dead.
Yep.
And it's trying to confront Dexter with like, I'm your imaginary friend. I'm not me.
Yeah, totally.
But also James Remar is an old man and won't be able to do this forever. They're going to have to retire this method of depicting Dexter talking to his conscience at some point.
Yep.
I thought it was all very strong. And seeing Harry be in Dexter's head as he's helping Harrison like tie a bow tie and stuff was like very enjoyable.
Yeah, it was sweet.
It was nice.
Yeah.
I like Harrison. I like that Harrison does have a sense of justice and wants to become a cop.
Yeah.
I think it's weird that he killed a man.
Yeah.
And
well, I guess a thing in that I've just gathered from flashbacks in this show and from stuff online or whatever is that Harrison told Dexter that he too has a dark passenger in Dexter New Blood or whatever.
Yeah.
And so then Dexter was like, okay, great. Let me share my code with you. Hell yeah. I've got a new little buddy. And like told him all about the deal, killed somebody in front of him. But then that freaked Harrison out and was like, oh, that's too much for me.
That would freak me out.
And that led him to killing Dexter. And
so he was putting Dexter down as a dirty dog.
Yes.
Like your rabid dog got
I
to be
think
put
so.
down.
Yes.
Okay.
And actually not just I think so. Yes. And then So then, yeah, and then in this show, he killed that guy and was like, oh, okay, I guess it's like my dark past are coming out a little bit or whatever, Harrison. But then kind of pulled back, it like made him barf and was like, this might be too much for me. And he had that talk with Dexter where he's like, okay, maybe you don't have a dark passenger thing. Maybe you have a justice thing. Like you didn't want, you wanted to save that girl from that guy assaulting her. The way you did it was kill, but like you don't actually just have a kill impulse. You just want to save people. And so then Harrison decides to channel that into law enforcement.
Well, that's nice. It's weird that it took killing a man to find that out.
Yeah, it is.
Right? Mm-hmm. Huh. Turns out I didn't like it.
Right.
Hooray!
Oh, totally. No, it's very weird.
Very
but that is what is going on there. I'm glad that they came to that place in their relationship where they understand each other.
Yes.
I honestly found their relationship very sweet.
I thought they were great. I know people do not like James Alcott or whatever his name is.
I read that a lot
Jack
of people
Alcott as Harrison.
Yeah. I read that a lot of people have come around on him. I read that people really hated that character in New Blood.
Yeah.
And that a lot of people were pleasantly surprised to now like him in
Interesting.
this.
Yeah,
obviously nothing is absolute.
I thought he was great.
I thought he was great. Me too.
I thought he seemed like a nice
17 years old.
Timelines are all screwed up.
No, but the writers have said he's supposed to be 17.
Yeah, timelines are all screwed up. Doesn't make any sense. It's a goddamn mess.
Yeah.
Because this show takes place still 10 years after Dexter concluded. So this show takes place in like 2020 or something. So
they're in for it.
They're in for you.
Uh-oh. What time of year is it?
It's March.
Uh-oh.
No.
Oh, no.
The biggest bad of all. It's called COVID-19 and you can't kill it, Dexter.
Yeah.
Oh no. I thought this was a delight.
Oh, so did I.
Quick.
I watched part of it multiple times because I watched it without Ryan at first and then caught him up and had the time of my life.
I watched I watched episode 10 with an AI
Zoe?
voice with Zoe.
Caught her up.
Yeah, I couldn't remember her name for a moment there. Isn't that weird? No, with an AI voice translated from Russian. The episode was leaked.
Yes.
And then I kept seeing the link for it, and I was like, well, the show, I'm going to get spoiled for me, almost definitely. So I was going to watch it in Russian with English subtitles, and then somebody was like, oh, just watch this. And it was definitely AI.
Yeah.
Dubbing the Russian, which was dubbing the English. So you could hear part of the English, then part of the Russian, and then an
weird.
AI voice going like, can you hand me that knife? Yes, I can hand you that knife.
Stay cool. Stay very cool. Cool.
Little help here. Let's get this party started. It was so bad. And then I watched the actual episode when it came out, but I was so afraid of getting spoiled.
So I muted all the because there are multiple Dexter subreddits, by the way. There's like Dexter Resurrection 25, whatever.
Yes.
And I was on all of them.
Yes, so was I.
So then I had
I had multiple phones. You ever see those guys that like are on a bike with multiple phones for Pokemon Go? It's like a panel of phones. That was me with Dexter spoilers. It's like all over the place.
So I muted all those subreddits.
Yeah.
And then I was watching just from all channels. If they popped up, I would just watch them. I was in there. I was watching trailer breakdowns on YouTube or whatever. So there'd be like a beat under it that was so annoying to me. But it'd be somebody breaking down what's happening in the next trailer. I'm like watching them freeze frame it, whatever. So then I'm like, less of this on YouTube, just trying to like avoid all spoilers.
Yep.
And I mostly did, except for a YouTube short, because those just come up automatically or whatever, just previews, and it was Prater on the table, which I pretty much knew was going to happen anyway, so it wasn't really a huge spoiler, but I was like, oh man. And then another thing that I thought was a spoiler, and it just came up for me, and I like went away real quickly. It was Al. It was the Rapunzel killer or whatever.
Yeah.
It was from a previous episode. I clicked out of it so quickly because I was so sure it was a spoiler because people were just putting them up. It was him on the phone, and I clearly just misheard something. I thought he said like, oh, red was the problem? I should have known it was red, something like that. And I was like, oh, okay. So I guess that's why, because I'm sure he is going to come back in season 2 because he got away without Dexter killing him or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess he's going to come back in this episode, maybe from this, I was like, oh, maybe Prater calls him or something. And I was like, oh, out of there real quick. But I think it was just him on the phone with Dexter.
Yeah. He's the one serial killer who Dexter does not kill from Prater's little club, which is weird.
I think he'll go get him in the next season. I think that in the end, when Dexter gets out of Prater's vault, because Prater like locks him in there, and he finds this filing cabinet with all these files that Prater has on all the different serial killers, and he scoops up a bunch of them to take with him. I think he'll be going out and about, which isn't a huge leap.
Which I like too. I like the idea that like he used to be a cop, so he had all the records of killers who got away.
Yeah.
Well, now he has Prater's files. I was like, that's a pretty clean way for him to be on the prowl.
Totally. So I think he'll be going to get Al in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I think so too. The other killer.
He was freaky, by the way.
He was. That's Eric Stone Street from Modern Family.
Yep.
It's kind of fun when you see one of these like comedian guys be like a sicko.
And he did a great job.
He's Rapunzel. He kills women who have ponytails.
Yes.
And he is like giggling. He's got like a GoPro camera on his head that he's showing the video of a kill to Prater. And he's like sitting there watching it like.
Almost more than that. No, I'm saying almost more than the video of him giggling and doing it was him watching it was freaky to me.
That's what I was going to say too. Yeah. He's like reveling in it and like seeing like what do the other guys think of this and stuff. Freaky deaky.
Yeah.
There was also.
Do you remember that he dated Bethany Frankel briefly?
Who's Bethany Frankel?
From Real Housewives of New York.
She's the one who couldn't get out of bed.
Yeah.
You can't remember something you never knew. You know?
Yeah.
Neil Patrick Harris was in this as Lowell, the tattoo collector, which is also the title of a sequel book to The Skin Collector.
Oh, okay.
Did you ever read that one?
No.
In that one, who's
it by? James Patterson?
Yeah, who does the Bone Collector?
Oh shit, what's his name?
Denzel.
Well, yes. Oh God, what is this man's name?
What's his name?
It's JD. I'll find out.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The Tattoo Collector is a book that Allie and I were listening to in the car.
Jeffrey Deaver.
Yeah, Jeffrey Deaver. So he's got this detective guy who's going to go against the Tattoo Collector. But in order to understand the Tattoo Collector, he has to learn about the world of tattoos, the inked world. That's like what they call it. It's so out of touch and so terrible. But so in this, Neil Patrick Harris is the tattoo collector, except he can't collect a single tattoo because Dexter gets him right away.
Yep.
Then he starts falling in love, it seems, with Kristen Ritter's character, Mia, who's known as Lady Vengeance. She goes after dudes, like sexual assaulter dudes.
Yep.
And but then Dexter finds out she doesn't. She goes after just anybody.
Yep.
And he ends up being able to pin Harrison's crime on her when she's arrested.
Yep.
And then killed in jail by Uma Thurman.
But a lot of people are like, or is she killed?
I know. There's a file.
But you know what? And also,
they showed her dead body.
I know they did. But then Kristen Ritter also stoked this because she went on the official Dexter After Show hosted by Jamie Chung.
I didn't know that existed.
Oh, William, get in there. It's great. It's after every episode. Usually the person, but not always, who was killed in that episode comes on and like talks about the episode. It's very fun.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And said like, oh, but are we sure Mia was killed because yada yada? And I was like, oh, really?
Well, her skin was blue.
I know. I can't imagine how not. But I was surprised to hear her say that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. But the fact she seems to be friends with I can't remember if it was Scott Reynolds who's the showrunner or Clyde Phillips, and that makes me think, then could it be?
Maybe they'll just say the jail cell was so cold it prevented her from dying.
Totally.
Whatever. And then David Dastmalchian as the Gemini killer.
Yeah.
It's impossible not to see David Dastmalchian and stuff, huh?
Yeah.
He's everywhere.
What else have you seen him in?
Well, there are two of him in this.
That's true. That's true. I haven't seen him in a ton, to tell you the truth.
Really? I see him everywhere.
What else?
He is in...
I know of him being in stuff, but I haven't seen a lot of it. I know he's in Murderbot on Apple TV.
I don't know what that is, so...
It's based on a book that I just read for my book club at the library that nobody attended.
Okay.
And it's good.
Well, that sounds fun. Was that a fun night?
I had fun talking to my friend Diana, who I run it with.
That's good.
And no one else.
That counts.
It's called Weird Stuff Book Club.
Yeah, he was in Late Night with the Devil, Suicide Squad, Dune, Oppenheimer,
Oh, okay. I've seen.
Boogeyman, Rosario. He's in so
What's
much.
Rosario?
I don't know, but it's coming out this year, I guess.
Okay.
So much stuff.
Okay.
So much stuff. And this isn't even if I went on his IMDb and was
Well, I know he's in a lot of stuff. I'm surprised to hear that you've been seeing him
I
in
see
so
him
much
everywhere.
stuff.
I also just watched a trailer for something and like they reveal him in the final shot of the trailer. And I'm just like, right, because he's
in everything.
in everything.
Okay.
So he has to be here because this counts as everything.
Okay.
I mean, he's great. It's not a
Yeah.
complaint. It's just unbelievable. Mm-hmm. Oh, Dust Bunny. That was what I saw him in the trailer for Dust Bunny.
Okay.
But yeah, so Dexter doesn't realize that when he's killing the Gemini killer, that the Gemini killer is a twin.
That was so fun.
That was pretty fun.
I loved it.
They had great cliffhangers, I felt. I felt like almost every single cliffhanger in this show was something that really did make me want to like see what happens next or like really like propelled everything forward.
Yeah.
The future is bright for Dexter.
I think so too.
A little darker because one of his shows got canceled.
Sure. It's bright for this Dexter.
For Dexter Resurrection.
Yes.
Does this need to be its own separate show, or could this just be considered season 10 of Dexter?
I think it could be considered season 10 of Dexter.
Because these are all just listed as separate things.
I know, but now that they've done this.
You can't just watch Dexter. You then need to you have to exit that listing and go to Dexter New Blood and then exit that listing and go to Resurrection.
I know. Yeah. No, they've done it this way, but it is all essentially just Dexter.
Do you want any more connective tissue back to the original Dexter? Do you want to see...
Not particularly.
Do you need to see more Masuka?
No, I personally don't. I thought it was fun and nice to see them all having a drink to Batista's retirement in Miami. I know a lot of people are like, oh, is Quinn now going to be coming to New York or whatever? No, I don't particularly need that.
That feels like it would be a rinse repeat of Angel.
Exactly. Yeah. No. I really like Angel.
Yeah.
I liked him way more in this than I expected to. I always liked Angel in Dexter. His storylines often sucked, but I liked,
Yeah, we complained about him last time.
Yeah, I liked the character of Angel. I thought he was stuck in some like shitty things or whatever.
Yes.
I liked him so much more in this than I ever expected.
Yeah, they've fixed the subplot problem for sure that we complained about with season 4.
Yes.
Especially where it was just like every plot aside from Dexter was people in love.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't a problem. I will say I do not love Harrison and his girlfriend in this.
Gigi?
Yeah, I find her annoying.
Yeah,
but,
I find her a little annoying too.
Yeah, but not a huge deal.
Yeah,
she's
but
not
she's
in it
like
a ton.
Criminology girl with like a potential future or whatever. I don't know. That's
fine. Whatever.
I like Harrison needing to have, because Harrison can now be the double life guy. Dexter no longer has a double life.
Right.
Really. I mean, occasionally he has to pretend to be
Blessing.
normal.
Yeah,
but that's about it. Blessing and all of them too, I felt like were kind of superfluous.
Yes. Yeah.
The upstairs
kind of like a means to an end to get Dexter a job and an apartment.
Yes, I will say one too many scenes of Blessing being like, I have a past too.
Oh God. Yeah.
Like, I know, but you're not really in this show. If you were more
totally
relevant, I might be interested in your past a little more, but
yes,
they don't have much to do with you.
Yeah, definitely.
So whatever.
Yeah. I think one of the last things I want to say is this is a compliment, something that I noticed, that there has to be so much patience for Michael C. Hall in particular. I guess just Michael C. Hall, acting wise, because of how much voiceover he has. There are times where in the moment he just has to be staring forward for like a long time while his voiceover does stuff.
Yes.
And how weird it would, maybe not to him because he's a pro. I would think it would feel so weird as a noob, just be in an elevator, just staring for a long time because he knows a voiceover is happening and just have to be doing subtle things with his face for a little while.
Yeah, you're right.
And just hold it.
Do you think they're thinking that narration, or did they record it ahead of time and they can play it in the room so at least it's filling those gaps? Or
I don't know.
I wonder how that works, because you're right. There is a lot of like, it's like you ever see those things where somebody's like, I removed the laugh track from Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, totally.
It's just a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Bazinga! And then they just lock eyes for 30 seconds. It's like a lot of that.
Yeah. He just has to do a lot of staring.
He's got such a vibrant interior life.
He really does.
Dexter Morgan.
Yeah.
Dex?
Good on him.
Dexter? Whenever he's like monologuing in his own head, the other characters should be like looking around, checking their phone and
Right.
shit.
Should I be here
This is
anymore?
weird.
Yeah.
I also thought they did a good job of stepping into the modern era of like smartphones and new technology. Like it was all pretty seamless.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like you didn't have a scene of Dexter like being confused about how to use an iPhone or something.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he's not like,
not
100 years
clueless.
old.
Yeah, he's tuned in.
I think he's like 55 or something.
Yeah, he's very young for the mileage that he's got.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it was great. And even the fake Uber name they came up with was like good. Your car, that's fine.
Your car, yeah.
Well, no, that's good. I mean, sometimes it's like so obtrusive.
I know.
You know?
Yeah. Well, like in Scream 5. She wants me to join her Find My Fam.
Oh, yeah. No, just keep it short and sounding like I guess that kind of does, because Find My Phone, Find My Fam. I was going to say keeping it short and kind of sounding like what it is, but somehow Find My Fam doesn't work.
Your car.
Yeah.
Yeah, Find My Fam is just like a mouthful.
Yeah.
You have to go from F to M to F again. It just feels like a lot of travel.
I know.
Your car.
Do you think it was smart of them to keep the intro out of it, not recreating any sort of Dextery intro?
You know, I wonder if they'll do it for season 2, just because it's such a character thing.
I doubt it. I think it was smart not to.
I think it was smart not to as well. It feels a lot more modern.
Yeah.
This feels like the entire production is more modern. It's more sophisticated, better shot.
Yeah.
Less cheeseball.
I was surprised to see them keep eye contact. That seems like a relic of old that I was surprised to bring in. I would say ditch that, but whatever.
Want me to be. Yeah, that also feels like apologetic. I never like it. I don't want to get too in the weeds on this because I know that you disagree with me here. But like, I don't like it whenever somebody goes like, all right, we're going to, let's take things back to the way they used to be, because I know that's what you all liked. There's that, I know, don't even make the face, but there's that one Weezer song that at this point is like 10 years old, where it's like, let's go back to the shack.
Yeah.
Because we're going to take it back like it's 94. Back to the strap with the lightning strap. And it's just like the whole song. I like the song, but it's like very apologetic. The literal lines are like, I'm sorry, guys, I didn't realize that I needed you so much.
I don't like that.
I remember you being irritated with me being like, why is there a new Weezer song where they apologize for trying new things? Like there's this Weezer song where he's like, maybe I should play the lead guitar and Pat should play the drums. Take me back to the shot. It just feels like, well, yeah, because I guess around that time, like he had been doing these like live streams where he was trying out, I guess at some point he tried out disco music. And so in that song, Back to the Shot, goes, I forgot that disco sucks. It's like, why are you apologizing for all the things you tried to do to convince everyone that you're the way you were 30 years ago?
No, I don't like stuff like that.
No?
I don't like any kind of like self-referential.
Maybe I just harped on it too much at the time and you got eye-rolly about it. But like, I think it's weird to be like, yeah, the ending of the original Dexter stunk.
Yeah.
They ended with him looking like, this weird beard, lumberjack beard that didn't look right.
No.
It looked weird. And then he was in The Snow with his son, and people didn't like that season. So
his hair was weird, flat.
Yes, very flat. So in retrospect, Resurrection season 1, as much as I liked it, given that final line being like, I'm back to who I am, back to who you want me to be.
Yeah.
Felt regressive.
Oh, yeah. No, I think you should just keep moving forward.
Apologize for having tried a few things. I'm back on a boat dumping things in the water. This is what you wanted, right?
Right.
Can we all move forward now? And I will rewind my progress to just be the same thing. I'm just in a different city this time.
Yeah.
And that to me is it's a shame to literally say to the audience, I apologize.
I don't think it came across that way. There's no back to in those sentences. He's just like,
who you want me to be. Though,
yeah.
Is like, I'm while he's dumping bodies in the river.
Yes. Yeah, totally. I guess it's an invisible back to.
This entire show now in retrospect is kind of a reset.
Yeah. But I think in some ways better.
Very effective.
Yeah.
Very good and much better.
Yeah.
Much better. I don't know that he can keep that boat without being tracked. I know that it's impossible to...
I can't imagine that he's going to
consider all the logistics of these things, but it just seems impossible.
I feel like he must be playing to wipe it down and get out of there. How could he keep it?
Wipe the boat.
Wipe the boat. I mean, how could he? How could he? I
He's
can't.
gotta wipe that boat.
He's gonna wipe that boat. He's not a complete dumbass.
Dexter wipes. Hashtag Dexter wipes.
Hashtag Dexter wipes. Yes.
All right.
All right.
Well, there you go, everybody.
Yeah.
Dexter Resurrection. Dynamite.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
It's dynamite.
All right. Well, thank you for hanging out with us. We are going to be back next week to talk about something else. And until then, you can go get a ton of other episodes at patreon.com/GTTUpod, as we mentioned. You can also follow us on social media. We are at GTTUpod everywhere. And we are also there individually. I am at Chillin' Kristen.
I'm at The Myth Traveler. So yes, we'll see you on the Netherworld Dispatch this Monday. If you need more of your Dexter fix, scaryfun.fun/Dexter.
Yeah.
Got a whole drop down of topics now on that website so you can poke around to your heart's content. All right, everybody. We'll be back next week. But until that time comes, we must travel.
Back to the Netherworld go we.
Back to the dirty, grimy city.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe by boat. Maybe I'll take Prater's boat.
Yeah, I want that boat.
Yeah.
Give it to me. Do you think?
Big ocean liner.
Do you think that this will now start being like a Dexter show where it's like now he's in this city, now he's in that city, or is he staying in New York?
I think that he will mostly be in New York, but I do think I think that we might start off with him going to a couple of different places next season.
Okay.
To track some of these killers, because Prater was like, oh, I have killers from all over the country or whatever. But I think he will end up in New York.
I think this is a lot like Frasier now,
Oh.
where he had Cheers, right?
Yeah.
And then he moved to Seattle. And the
Okay.
entire show was characterized by him being in Seattle. And then his most recent reset, he was in Boston.
Okay.
I think Dexter from here on out will be defined by, well, now I'm in Kalamazoo.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm in Alberta.
So then it'll be like the chowder season for Dexter. Great.
Exactly correct. And that's how they will. That'll be the new subtitle. Dexter, chowder season.
I'll be there.
I'll be there with a spoon.